I like my lizard. I like the boinging sounds in the music. I almost envy how effortlessly he can shift from one mood to its polar opposite. At least I presume. At least I presume he does so by choice. Southwest of here, was it? Let us be on our way. That rhino beetle will not be able to catch me. I might as well fight this one. Oh. Look, you can see the falls at the back of the cave. These hollows must have been carved out by the constant deluge of water from above. Cave Kikitola, as promised, home to many deadly creatures. Venture inside if you feel confident, but I will conduct my own search out here. You can spot Ra, a Boksha. Damn it, they just said it. By its green-hued glimmer. Bring anything matching that description to me. I shall help scour the inside of the cave then. You take the west half and I'll take the east. Looks pretty in here. On closer expansion, you find that the glimmer you spied was just the light reflecting off the water. I like the fighting song. The combat music. Find a chunk of stone glowing a distinct shade of green. This seems like the exact kind of mineral Linu Hanu was looking for. Oh, nice and quick. That's 1 out of 3 materials we need. Some of the cave's inhabitants took umbrage at my presence, but it was nothing a few swishes of my brush couldn't handle. I picked over the ground near the entrance, but found nothing. Did you have better luck inside the cave? Yep, I did. Always happens to be me who finds the shit. It's almost like I'm the main character. As this is Apaksha, along with Kryle's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stones you've brought shine very brightly. I thank you both. You would have been happy to know we were putting things right. Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be festival leader for this year's Ihihana. But when that big storm hit, he did not survive. It fell to me to carry on in his stead. That was why you agreed to Wuklamat's request, despite your initial reluctance. Yes, it hurt to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words make me realize that the path to my recovery, our recovery, is already laid out before me, and I will walk it for myself and for my friend. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companions are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everything will come together, and the Hanu shall host a splendid, uplifting festival. That we shall. With that, let us return and deliver the Apaksha into Wook Evu's waiting hands. Yeah, he's definitely... Two-headed supremacist is definitely gonna attack us to take the materials from us. Because I think that one character said that if you attack the one who gives the test to you, then you're disqualified, not anybody else. So, free reign to attack everyone else, maybe? If I'm remembering correctly. Either way, I'll find out. Wait. Oh. Damn rhino beetle. Okay. Now I can get on my mount, which I should have been doing before. Oh, here comes the boinging music. Do not want to fight those turtles. I just want to do my main series quests and get on with it. Only fighting when I need to fight. Okay. I'm guessing everyone else got the materials they needed to get. I hope Oklamat's foray was as productive as ours. We've come too far to stop now. The lifting of wings must go on. We just got it back ourselves. Did you find the stone we needed? Thanks to the third promise and our mighty swings, we've collected some pseudo logs of Uyu Ipo. What about the Apaksha? Yes, these are excellent samples. A goodly quantity too. This stage, you'll likely surmise that the lifting of wings encourages the crops to grow, but not exactly how, eh? Well, you're in for a treat. If all goes to plan, the results should be spectacular. Now to get to work crafting these pieces for the float. I could use an assistant versed in the arcane arts to enhance the Uyu Ippo's conductivity. Then I'd be delighted to help. Of course it would be Cryle. Everyone else should head back to Oak Hanu. We'll join you at the float once the work here is complete. Him and Cryle are going to be attacked after everything's done. And then we'll have to recollect stuff or do something else. As Wook Evo said, the festival really is a spectacle to behold. Gathering the Uyu Ippo was a trial in and of itself. At first, Wook Evo criticized everything I did. Then he suddenly yelled, "I've spoken ill of the third promise and must punish myself," and proceeded to slam his head into an Uyu Ippo tree. I told him not to worry about it, again, and it was like snuffing out a candle. He's an odd one, that's for sure. At least we've seen to the poles in the new eye. Now we just need to have to wait for the feathers from the twins. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. This quest is called the Lifting of Wings. So are we going to actually succeed? Over there by the float. Isn't that the third promise? Then the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of reeds by reviving Ihihana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops. But does she honestly believe that will be enough to save our harvest? Second promise, meanwhile, barely glanced at the fields before leaving Oak Hanu altogether. Maybe we asked too much of our young claimants. Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to count Koana out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reeds something about needs to be done. Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. Hey, that sounds like our Koana. One look at the reeds was all he needed to think up a solution. Be that as it may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed, as soon as the others get back, a long-awaited festival can begin. It took some doing, but we managed to gather competitors to vie for the title of Winds Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate his feathers. You must have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feather sailing for Malms. We had to turn ourselves, but it's more difficult than it looks. Poor Arendelle twirled in the air for a moment before landing on his foot. I am a gleaner. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we've brought the wood and gemstone replacements, crafted by Wook Evo. All that's left is to attach them. Has it been decided who will ride the float? Papa was the guest of honor the last time I was here. I remember being surprised they couldn't even lift the thing with... I remembered being surprised they could even lift the thing with his hulking weight on top of it. The rider must be a personage of great esteem, which is why an invitation is usually extended to the Dawn Servant. This time, however, I have another in mind. Oh, who is it? Dunamat. Our beloved Ihihana, the lifting of wings, is only being held because of you and your companions. Thus do I nominate you, Wook Lamont, as our guest of honor. Oh, me? Everyone will learn to love Lamont. This boat won't make me seasick, will it? Of course, that would be your question. I don't think so. Then weigh anchor. I can hardly refuse a request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to ride your float. Thank you, Wook Lamont. I have rules for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying the festival float in a slow procession towards Kuzan Uaki, where the sacred likeness of Hikshahi is ensconced. What I'd like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife, so the procession can move along unimpeded. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still until Wook Evu has finished with the float? Let me come along and help with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Wook Evu with the repairs. If you aren't sure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That will lead you across the bridges to the Shrine of the Sun. Then we shall see to clearing it end to end. I like how we're just getting to know all of the tribes, clans. I think it's clans. They said they were clans. With my lack of combat skills, I would only get underfoot. Happy hunting. I'll get to work. By the time you've done mashing monsters, the float will be good as new. The Ihihana procession often runs afoul of territorial creatures on the way to Ozan Uaki. I would greatly appreciate you removing those threats in advance. The degree to which Wook Evu pursues his interests is remarkable. Apparently his studies of the Kusama Uko region were so invigorating that he decided to move here and immerse himself in the culture. Weapons at the ready. We'll make short work of this task. If the float functions as I think it does, it would not be surprised if it were attracting to creatures. The concentration of ether would be an irresistible lure. As Linuhanu said, Kuzanuaki should be down this way, then off to the east, then when the path branches, then something about the bridges and the Shrine of the Sun. Anyway, let's split up and get to work. Once you've called all the threats you can find, we'll meet up in front of Hikshahi. Okay. These birds need to not fight me. I have other things to fight. There we go. Okay, that one's down. Told you, you don't need to watch over me anymore. It's good that she's coming into her own. I remember, I think there was a quest where she was trying to figure out a job so she could be useful and eventually giving up, but you know, this is where she's at now, being a pictomancer. Can't get over how good the Reaper animations are. Oh. There's Wook Lamont. Ah, that one's down. I wonder what two-head supremacist is gonna do to fuck shit up. Oh great, a fate is in the way. Got to avoid this. I ain't doing fates yet. At this rate, we'll soon have the route to Kwozana Uki secured. I'll eventually get all these words correct. These names. While I'm over here, I should probably get that over there. Oh damn it, just right when I got my Enshroud ability. Just right when I got enough energy for the Enshroud. I like the Enshroud. So cool looking. I wish I could like get a glamour that looks exactly like this. That would be cool. And I'm at the destination now. Oh, you were a step ahead of us. This must be the likeness of Kikshihi. Kikshihi? The Hanu deity of the harvest. I was half expecting a flying whale. Nice reference. Of course Lamont wouldn't understand. A whale? Why a whale of all things? Anyway, it said that Kishihi here was worshipped on another continent. This ancient face was then brought to Tural by the first Hanu. The Hanu migrated here from another continent? Then mayhap the two do share a common ancestor. This is all very fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to Linuhanu? You'll want to know the path is safe for the procession. Right, and I need to ride on the float. I'll run ahead and tell him we're done here. Oh, meanwhile, oh, these never end up well, most of the time. Meanwhile, in Okuhanu. Oh, and the music ain't good either. Of course.
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
Oh.
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you.
Damn right, stand you grand.
One that can't even manage a simple greeting.
We wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry. She's on her way back already?
Stand back, Wukevu! I will protect the float! Are you trying to be brave, little bird? I could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Wuklamat and her friends, we can hold Ihihana again.
Ihihana.
This is a priceless treasure. And as festival leader, I would die to protect it.
This should be instant disqualification from just, you know, getting the thing.
Into that blow. Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us. But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings.
We'll finally get to fight him.
Or all
I'm gonna.
together.
I hope I can easily kick his ass.
Calm yourself, chosen one. If you fight in earnest, this will end
Oh.
in a massacre.
This smart one.
What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success. Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating nuts. Lucky for you.